Hello, today's the birthday of Clive Stafford Smith, a British-American lawyer who worked at the beginning of this century to support and represent the inmates of Guantanamo Bay. And he enabled the release of some of them by legal means and more because he kept the whole situation there in public view. Before that, he worked in the southern states of America representing prisoners on death row, and he's represented some 300 of these, and in only 6 instances has he failed to get their death sentence revoked. He has, among the people that he has represented, a fond recollection of the mother of one of the murdered children. Lorelei Guillory's child was murdered by Ricky Langley, and he decided to set up a meeting between Ricky Langley and Lorelei Guillory. She wanted to understand why he had done what he had done and what lay behind the murder that he had committed of her son. And they spent quite a long period together, just the two of them. And when she came out of the meeting, she said to Clive Stafford Smith, "That man is mentally ill." And from that moment on, she worked alongside Clive Stafford Smith to get the death sentence revoked. And in the appeal, which the attempt to get the sentence revoked was heard, she was called as a witness, and Clive Stafford Smith said he didn't really need to say anything as a defence attorney because she said it all. She said, "I think Rick Langley has been crying out for help since the day he was born. For whatever reason, his family, society and the legal system has never listened to him. As I sit on this witness chair, I can hear the death cries of my son, Jeremy, but I can still hear that man crying out for help. I think he was mentally ill when he did it." And the death sentence was indeed revoked. There are 2 things that particularly strike me about this woman's stance. One was that she was able to see in someone who'd committed a horrible crime against her as well as her son, able to see the real person and able to hear him crying out for help and to listen to him. And I think if we're going to really forgive people, we need really to try and see them as whole people, to see the context of their lives, to listen to their deeper cries, because when people commit crimes or even do smaller things that hurt us, it's often for some reason which lies, for which an explanation, though not an excuse, lies in their history. And the other thing I think that this instance tells us about forgiveness is that forgiveness isn't just something that you say or feel, but it can involve, and perhaps should involve, if possible, going out of your way to support the person who you're forgiving. She worked tirelessly, as I say, with Clive Stafford Smith to get the sentence revoked, to build up a campaign to get Ricky Langley's sentence commuted to life in a mental institution. And I think if we can work towards supporting and encouraging those who've hurt us, those who offend us, then that perhaps is an example of real forgiveness.